Hi, welcome back to Everyday Behavior. This month, we're talking about school truancy and chronic absenteeism. So this is a very timely topic as we're starting the school year, and some kids may be hesitant returning back to school, just anxiety over a new school, a new building, a new classroom. And some kids may have anxiety over COVID. And so as we're coming back into the classroom, it could be that we're seeing a trend in some of our students to either have some chronic absenteeism, some school refusal, or some truancy. And so in this series, we're going to talk about steps that we can do either as parents or teachers to reduce the likelihood of any school refusal that we're starting to see here at the beginning of the school year becoming chronic or becoming something that we have to result to more intensive intervention. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about parents. So parents, what can you guys do in the home setting to reduce that school refusal? One of the things you really want to ensure is that your child is getting adequate sleep. So you want to go back and look at those sleep recommendations from the American Academy of Pediatrics. And we'll talk about this a little bit more in some of our future videos. But you really want to ensure that your child is getting enough sleep every night. That helps to reduce inattention, hyperactivity, impulsivity, irritability. And it also can help improve grades because that focus and attention and learning at school. You also want to make sure you have those consistent routines, either in the morning or in the evening, so that everything is predictable. So there's no unpredicted changes, unpredicted things happening early in the morning. And that consistent routine in the evening helps lead to that bedtime compliance and going to bed sooner, faster, and easier. You also want to look at homework support. So how, as a parent, can you really partner with the teacher to set up good communication for homework, so that you know what the daily and weekly expectations are for homework in your child's classroom, but also how can you set up a routine or a structure in the home so that homework is addressed either nightly or based on those weekly deadlines. Teachers, the biggest thing you could do is increase the motivation for students to participate in class. So we all know that it's really difficult to do difficult things. It's really difficult for us to sometimes get up and get to work in the mornings. It's really difficult for us to put forth that 100% effort every day. Even 50% some days is difficult for me. So how can we increase that motivation? Kids are no different than we are. And we really have to work on how can we provide reinforcement and motivation for those daily assignments, weekly assignments, and monthly rewards. How can we build all of those up for the completions of assignments, for the completion of homework, for all of our expectations? Make it fun, make it a game. State it in advance. What can they be working towards? How can you build it into a game so that they are earning points or leveling up or something for assignment completion, homework completion, and even attendance? For some additional ideas on reinforcement, you can look at our group reinforcement series on YouTube, or you can go back and look at our just basics of reinforcement on YouTube. For all of us, there will be students who may be successful despite our efforts in escaping school, but we want to reduce the effectiveness of staying at home. So we want to make sure that even if they stay at home, this is for parents and teachers, that they are completing assignments online. So just because they're not in the classroom, they're not missing out on completing assignments or doing the work. Because let's face it, if I could stay at home all day, every day, and still earn a paycheck, I'm going to do it. So you want to make sure that you're reducing that motivation to stay at home. And also parents, you want to really make sure that if your child is at home because of school truancy or refusal or any other variables, anxiety even, that you aren't allowing them access to those most preferred things at home. That staying home is not more exciting and more fun than staying in school. And so you want to reduce the access to electronics, Wi-Fi, preferred activities, any of those toys or things. You want to make sure that staying at home is not exciting. And then lastly, we want to make sure that we remove any barriers that could be preventing appropriate engagement or causing that anxiety or school refusal. And so you want to look at, do we have any speech communication barriers or delays that we really want to work on? Do we have any fine motor skills? So sometimes if we have fine motor skill deficits, you'll notice that you'll have a lot of refusal for written tasks or tasks that require like cutting with scissors. all of those small motor movements. You also want to look at, do we have any anxiety, whether that's due to COVID or just social anxiety that we need to work on through behavior supports or counseling? Do we have any learning delays that we need to make some referrals for to reduce concerns with academic failure in reading, writing, math? Or do we need to look into some social skills training? Another thing that we really want to look at are, do we need to make referrals to other kind of social services, whether that's for homelessness or inadequate resources in the home environment? So what other referrals do we need to make to help this student to be as successful as they can be in the home environment? So those are all things that when you're seeing that chronic absenteeism or chronic school refusal or truancy, you want to make sure that you're addressing both variables in the home, variables in the school, barriers, and reducing motivation at home and increasing motivation at school. I look forward to bringing you more information on these topics during this month, but thank you for watching this video. We encourage you to look for more information on our website at everydaybehaviors.com, or to follow us on Facebook at Everyday Behavior with Dr. Mary Ann, or subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button below at YouTube with Everyday Behavior with Dr. Mary Ann. Thank you and have a wonderful day.